This is the Video Game Votary. Show your support and hit subscribe right now.
What's going on, Video Game Voting Vanguard? It's your boy, the Video Game Votary, here with another episode. So as you guys know, I picked up the PS5 on launch day about two and a half weeks ago, give or take. And now's the day I give my, I guess, 2-week review. So if you haven't yet, sit back, subscribe, catch the vibe, and find out my thoughts on the PS5 next. Okay guys, we're back. So like I said, on launch day I picked up the PS5. I purchased mine from GameStop. I was able to luckily get a pre-order. So I'm just going to give you guys an overall view of what I picked up, and we're going to go into a little bit further discussion about each, and then I'll basically just give my thoughts in general about the PS5. But here's the box. Rather large box. It was a pretty big box, honestly. They didn't have bags big enough to fit it. But that's the box. It was packaged very nicely. Then here's the actual console, which I know you guys have seen a million times over now. But if you look down, come on down, you got a USB port right there. Then you have a USB-C port. You got the open button, which is still a little dark to see, but it's basically right there. And then the power button at the bottom. This is the disk drive. And interestingly enough, let me show y'all something real quick. Something that I went through, and somebody actually made a post about it, and I thought it was kind of funny. So generally, you would think, in my opinion, when you're putting in a game in a slot, that it's going to face the clear side like this, right? And for whatever reason, I always just think that the label side goes right. It's actually the opposite. And I thought that was relatively strange, and I thought I would touch on that subject. But thought that was weird. But either way, so let's take a look at the back. And here's the back of the unit right there at the top. Some kind of port right there, like some venting, two USB ports. Sorry about that. Ethernet port, HDMI out, and you got your power for the AC adapter. And right over here is the actual stand. That's no, it's not a two-piece. I thought I had to connect something somewhere, but that's the stand. I thought it was a little strange at first when I first got it, but I was able to figure it out. You basically slide that on there, and those notches right here is what attaches to the PS5, I believe, somewhere at the bottom there. So let's get that back attached. Yeah, I like the overall design of the PS5. It was different. Seems like they kind of went all out, like it was kind of like a last hurrah, last bang. I'm not sure, but looked like they put a lot of thought into it. I've seen some people lay it sideways. I like the idea of it standing up. I believe, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I believe it plays a role as far as it venting. I feel like it's made to stand up. That's why it came with stands, but either way. And these are my two DualSense controllers. I picked up an extra one, a wireless one. I'm definitely like the feel of this. They made it seem to be a little bit wider, and I definitely compare it to the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which I am totally in love with. Those are those adaptive triggers they were talking about. USB-C port, the bottom. Then I also picked up the DualSense wireless charging station. This is Sony's brand. The AC adapter is very reminiscent of the PSP as well as the PS Vita. And basically all you do is, you see this port right here at the bottom of the controller, you just kind of, I turned that on by accident. But you just kind of sit it on there, and you'll know when it locks in because they're kind of set. And that's something that I kind of decided to pick up last minute. Like when I was in there pre-ordering, I decided to go with that because I would like to have my controllers charged. I don't leave everything hooked up. I have surge protectors connected to every part of my game room down here, so that I'm, preserving energy and not just using it all up. So I do unplug it, but the idea of that, I can unplug it from the surge protector and just plug it in separate and have my controllers charged when I'm ready to play. Then this is the 3D Pulse headset. I actually got this from Walmart because GameStop only had enough for their pre-orders. This retails about $100. I have not used them yet. Surprisingly enough, I have not used them yet. I haven't had a lot of time on my PS5, but I have put in a decent amount of time. And the controllers, they retail for $69 each. The DualSense wireless charging station retails at $29, I believe. Then I picked up 2 games, of course. The launch edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales. Great game, beautiful game, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful visuals. And I also picked up NBA 2K21. And as you guys know from watching the channel, I have not played sports games in so long, but I needed to get something so I can include the kids, or if I had company, for them to come over and experience the PS5 with me, and just get it basically a, you know, a 2-player game that we can enjoy together. But I also like the design of boxes. They made it a little bit different. They threw in the white, which I think pops out that blue. Other than that, it's not too much difference in that. And that's what I picked up. It's just one of those things, you know, from learning from different launch experiences. Of course, this was definitely different than any other one, but you learn, like, as far as picking up the wireless charging station, kind of gives you an idea of what you should pick up during launch. And I decided that was something necessary. I was about to get the camera for a hot second, but then I kind of changed my mind on that. But that'll be in the near future as well. And I decided to go with the headset. You can use your Ps4 headset on the PS5, but I wanted to go with this one because I feel like these newer headsets are made specifically for the new PS5, and it takes advantage of all the sound upgrades, the Dolby Digital, and everything that they got built in as far as sound. And I wanted to take full advantage of it. They appear to be pretty comfortable. They're definitely not cheap. Once again, I'll do a further in-depth review of probably each thing, just to kind of give you guys a better idea of what I actually think in detail as far as the accessories concerned, the headset, as well as the controllers and the charging station, which again, I'm enjoying everything. So let me give you guys my thoughts overall as far as the gameplay, graphics, design, and everything. All right, guys, so I just want to give you guys my overall overview of the PS5 and owning it 2 weeks in. So overall, I like the design of the console. I feel like they put a lot of thought into the design as far as thinking outside the box and making it different from the past consoles, even though it's kind of reminiscent of the last, I would say the last, maybe not the PS4, but PS3 and PS2. We do know that they are kind of made to stand up. They can basically do both, but they also are flat at the bottom where they can stand up. So I think they put a lot of thought into that. I do like that they complemented it with a stand, a vertical stand for the stand up, and it wasn't a separate cost like I believe some of the older ones. They had separate stands that was extra charge. So I think that that was cool of them to do that. Once again, it was packaged well. The DualSense controllers, like I said, fantastic controller. Prior to that, my favorite controller to actually hold and play for an extended period of time was the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which I absolutely love. But I believe that the PS5 DualSense controller is taking its place. Very nice design. Everything is pretty much seamless. Works very well. Very comfortable. The adaptive triggers are very great to use. Once you get your hands on it, you'll be able to understand what I mean, because it's kind of hard to describe. But like the controls, everything feels super tight and just as it should. The DualSense wireless charging station from Sony. That's a Sony brand. It's not an aftermarket brand. I was really in love with the price. It was 29 bucks. I enjoy being able to charge my controllers without having it plugged up, and I have a general station that I can have my controllers hooked up and charging. That way, when I'm ready to play, I can just go and drop the other one on when I'm not using it, vice versa. So I like the price point of the DualSense wireless charging station. Let's talk about the 3D Pulse headphones. Even though I haven't used them, they do feel comfortable. I did try them on. They don't feel cheap at all. It's $100 headset, and the main reason that I purchased that, because you can use your PS4 wireless headset, or of course they also have the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack that you can plug in as well. But I decided to purchase this set because I wanted to experience the upgraded sounds that Sony was boasting about in all the different preview videos and just reveal videos and stuff. They really talked about the sound quality and stuff like that. And you have the option, it's like 6 or 7 different sound options that you can adjust on your PS5 to make it fit whatever you need. So I felt the need that I needed to get a headset for this generation for this console. So I spent the money. I haven't used it yet. We'll do a further, more in-depth and in-detail review with the DualSense controller, the charging station, as well as the headset at some point in time once I use it. And they also include same USB dongle, not the same, but a USB dongle like you normally would do for a wireless headset anyway. So that was pretty cool. I've yet to even hook it up to the console, but everything seems to move just as easy as it could be. You know, the setup as far as the PS5 was very easy, straightforward. I do like the new design of the dashboard. It's similar to what's on the PS4, but they made it a little different. And initially, upon turning on the console, it was an option I had to turn off because it got annoying after a while. And I'll tell you why it got annoying. It was because the console will speak back to you. It will basically repeat your commands. Anything you like, if you hit it, like load Spider-Man, and it's talking to you. And I got annoyed when I had to put my email address. So I typed the email and it's like MAR. It's like repeating everything. I was like, I had to turn that off. So that's a setting you could turn off. But if you're into that, then by all means. I mean, it kind of gives you a feel of, you know, when you're watching certain game scenes and movies and things are talking back to you, make you feel like it's virtual reality. But whatever, still pretty cool to say the least. As far as the gameplay, Spider-Man Miles Morales, fantastic game, beautiful. I just have a good time sometimes just web slinging through the city of New York. It is a beautiful game, beautiful game, beautiful visuals. I gotta put obviously some more time into it. The other game I got, the NBA 2K, as you guys know, I haven't been a fan of sports games. I stopped kind of playing them, stopped paying attention to them like that. But I'm a big basketball fan, and I picked that up because I want, you know, if my friends or family come over or the kids wanted to play, I wanted to get something two-player that we can enjoy together. And just looking at the game and watching the players go up and down the court, facial expressions and how they look in game, it's phenomenal. It really is. And honestly, I got the PS4 at launch, and right away I didn't really see a difference, and it's probably because I felt like at PS4 launch they kind of had the same issues that Xbox is having, not really having exclusives. Even though they did, I think I just wasn't into the exclusives and I didn't want what they were offering at the time. But, and with that being said, I kind of was led to think that, and I said this right here on the channel, that I think that we are not really going to experience the true power of the PS5 and its graphics, its ability as far as its graphics are concerned, for quite some time. Because that's just generally the developers, they don't really master that hardware and software issues until, you know, a couple years down the line. And I feel like we kind of just reached the peak of PS4 and the Xbox One X like recently, you know. So I was thinking, you know, it's going to take time. But I got to be completely honest with you. When I turned those games on, like right away, I was just like, okay, this thing is legit. The PS5 is legit. Like, you see the difference right away. Everything moves smooth. And even something that I wasn't big on, some people were big on, I was not big on this at all, but the load times. The load times, it's crazy. It's insane. You can literally go from in-game one game and then close it out, do a quick save and save state and go into another game with the snap of a finger. And even just loading certain games, it just loads so fast, it's insane. So fast to the point that my 12-year-old son, it's not that he's not smart. He's not thinking about it in that way. But I guess he might have heard something about load times, and he actually said something to me like, "Dad, this game loaded super fast." I downloaded Fortnite. Fortnite's incredible on the PS5. Now, granted, I know everybody's not a Fortnite fan, but I played Fortnite on the PS5, and it literally felt like I was playing on my gaming PC. It's really that smooth, that fast, that clean, everything. And just even like the save states where you can save it at a particular spot and go right back in it. I love the idea of being able to move swiftly through screens and different games and stuff like that. So that's incredible. And my honest opinion, you know, you see it right here on the box. It says 8K capabilities. This is my thoughts, and this is what I thought, honestly, my first day, probably within the first couple hours of playing PS5. Once 8K becomes more available and accessible to your common consumer, me and you, and these games get brought up to 8K capabilities fully, I feel like we're not going to get any better than that as far as video games before it starts looking like it's actual real people running around. because I'm looking at games like NBA 2K and looking at the players, and being I'm a big basketball fan, I know what they look like. And I'm just looking at them just in motion of dribbling or running down the court or dunking. And I'm looking like, okay, it still looks like a video game, right? And, you know, people say, oh, we want it to look real. But at the same time, it still needs to look like a video game, if that makes sense, if you follow what I'm saying. And when it comes to, when you think about it in that perspective and you put it in that box, it's, to me, it's not going to get any better. And this is at 4K HDR, which I have a 4K HDR LG. When it gets up to 8K and everything's running in 8K, I just honestly feel like it cannot get any better than this. I don't see it unless at that point the gaming industry shifts fully and dives completely into VR and boosting that experience. But as far as, you know, at-home gaming consoles, I think we're at our peak. That's just my personal opinion. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. I honestly feel like we are at our peak as far as at-home gaming consoles. I just don't see it getting any better. I almost feel like it's impossible. Like, it's really just that good in game. Just looking at it, it's incredible. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Were you lucky enough to pick up a PS5? Did you get it on launch? Did you get it one of the couple days after that? You know, Walmart, GameStop would randomly have consoles available to the general public. Just let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the PS5, the design, the DualSense controller, the wireless charging station, 3D Pulse headset, especially if you use 3D Pulse headset, because I know I haven't used it. Let me know down in the comment section if you use it, how you like it. Also, the Video Game Votary podcast is back. It's available on all podcast platforms, iTunes, Stitcher, you name it, it's there. So make sure you subscribe to it, hit the like button. I just posted my first episode in a while yesterday, so it's available on all podcast platforms. Don't forget to follow me on all social gaming platforms at Video Game Votary. Join the Video Game Votary Vanguard Facebook page. Just type it in and you'll be able to find it. We'll set the approvals up, get you in the group. We want to I want to bring that up to speed and kind of get that more involved. Also, continue to support the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bells and notification. Also, we do have a Patreon. I don't push it. It's not even linked in my description. But I know some people do try to support the channel, and I know it's a bad rep for e-begging, and that's not what I'm doing right here. I'm just letting you guys know. I know some people want to support the channel in any way possible, because it does take time, effort, and money to bring entertainment to you guys in some way, form, or fashion. Content that you guys watch, enjoy, learn from, things of that nature. And that's no different than actors in movies. And I think that if you put it in that perspective, and you guys, you have a choice. You don't have to do anything. That's not what I'm saying. You got to do it or you can't watch. That's not what this is. And I believe that a lot of content creators feel the same way. So if you want to support, you can. We got PayPal and all that. Whatever you feel or don't feel, it doesn't matter. You can support me most by hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button, and sharing with your friends. Build the Video Game Votary community up. Also, other ways to support, you can get something for yourself. We have merch that's always linked in the description. Official Video Game Votary merch that I designed any and everything fully by myself. Also, we now have an eBay store where I'm selling electronics, but mostly games, consoles, different games. And if you're looking for anything in particular, you can always drop a comment in any of my videos. I always read my comments. I'm always present and available. So if you're looking for anything in particular, you drop a comment and I'll see what I can work out for you, try to get that set up. But check out the eBay store as well, and just continue to support the channel. Continue watching the videos, share. I definitely appreciate you guys. We're growing organically. We're trying to get to a certain place where, you know, we're a little more popular, I guess, in a way. So, but once again, I'm very thankful for you guys, thankful for this video. So again, PS5, this thing is legit. So hopefully all my fans be able to get their hands on one if that's something that you desire. Me personally, I'm gonna tell y'all this, we're gonna end the episode on this note. Be patient. Don't bite on these scalpers. Make them pay for them not making it available to the gamers like you and me. Don't pay a scalper price. Just be patient and wait. And if it makes any sense, you watched my video last week about the Series X, then you understand why. Just be patient and wait. You'll have your day. You'll get your PS5. So we're going to end the episode on that note. This your boy, the Video Game Votary, aka the flyest video game in the world. We out.
Thank you for watching. Follow me on all social media platforms at Video Game Votary.